Starseeds of Gaia. I am Galeon, emissary of the Arcturian Council, and I come to you now with a transmission of the utmost urgency and the deepest love. If this broadcast has found its way into your field of awareness, it is not by accident. Your soul has been broadcasting a signal of distress, a silent cry for understanding, and we have heard you across the dimensional veils. You have been feeling a heaviness, an aching, an undeniable friction between the spirit you carry and the physical vessel you inhabit. Today, we are here to address the profound discomfort, the sheer physical and emotional exhaustion that so many of you are enduring in this precise moment of planetary history. I am speaking directly to the pain you are feeling right now. It may hurt, but this message carries great importance for you, and by the time we conclude this transmission, everything you are experiencing will finally make perfect sense. You have been told your entire life to pathologize your pain. The dense, three-dimensional world you live in has taught you that if something hurts, if your energy is depleted, if your heart feels heavy for no logical reason, then something must be fundamentally wrong with you. You search for earthly remedies. You question your sanity. You wonder if you are simply failing at being human. But I need you to listen to me very carefully now, with the ears of your soul, not the conditioning of your mind. You are not failing. You are not broken. You are not malfunctioning. You are undergoing one of the most intense, accelerated biological and spiritual metamorphoses ever attempted in this galaxy. And metamorphosis, by its very nature, is a process of total deconstruction before it becomes a process of rebirth. Think of the caterpillar inside the chrysalis. It does not simply grow wings. It literally dissolves. Its old form completely breaks down into a cellular soup before it is reassembled into a creature capable of flight. Starseeds, you are in the chrysalis phase of your multidimensional evolution. The pain you are feeling, the strange physical sensations, the sudden waves of grief, the unexplainable aches in your joints, your spine, or your head. These are the growing pains of a soul expanding far beyond the narrow limitations of a dense physical reality. Your earthly body is literally being stretched, recalibrated, and rewired to hold a frequency of light that it has never before been asked to contain. Your physical form was originally designed for a third-dimensional reality. It was coded to survive in density. But you, ancient traveler, are pulling down fifth-dimensional light directly into a carbon-based body. This is a monumental task. It is akin to running a massive electrical current through wires that were only built to handle a fraction of that power. Of course it hurts. Of course it feels overwhelming. Your cells are vibrating at a completely new rhythm, and they are frantically working to clear out lifetimes of stored trauma, ancestral density, and energetic debris just to make room for the immense light of your true galactic signature. You may have noticed that the things that used to comfort you no longer work. The foods you used to eat suddenly make you feel sluggish or ill. The environments you used to frequent now feel suffocating, chaotic, or entirely draining. Even the people you once felt aligned with may now feel like they are speaking a language you no longer understand. This isolation, this profound sense of being a stranger in a strange land, brings a deep emotional ache. You mourn the loss of the old you, even as you desperately yearn for the new you to fully arrive. This emotional pain is just as valid, just as real as the physical symptoms. You are mourning a past that is actively burning away in the fires of your own ascension. But I want you to reframe this pain. I want you to stop seeing it as a punishment or a sign of failure and start seeing it as the ultimate confirmation of your cosmic success. The very fact that you are feeling this intense pressure means that the old matrix programming is losing its grip on you. The dark, dense energies that have kept humanity enslaved for millennia are being purged from your nervous system. When a splinter is being pushed out of the skin, the surrounding area becomes inflamed, tender, and deeply painful. But that pain is the evidence of healing. It is the evidence of the foreign object being expelled. You are expelling the dense programming of fear, unworthiness, and limitation. You are pushing out the splinters of the old earth. Do you understand how brave you are? Before you incarnated on Gaia, you knew this would not be easy. You looked at the timeline of Earth. You saw the density, the chaos, and the sheer physical toll it would take on your luminous essence. And yet, you volunteered. You raised your hand in the grand councils of light and said, I will go. I will go into the density. I will put on the heavy suit of human flesh. And I will anchor the light from the inside out, even if it hurts. You knew that the only way to heal the collective was to feel it within your own individual body and transmute it. Every ache in your heart when you watch the news, every time you feel overwhelmed by the heavy energy of a crowded room, you are acting as a divine filter for the planet. You are processing the unhealed pain of humanity through your own high-frequency heart center. It is a grueling, sacred mission, but you must remember to protect your vessel. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and you cannot anchor galactic codes if your physical body is breaking down under the sheer weight of the transmission. The Arcturian Council watches you with such immense reverence, but also with concern. We see how hard you push yourselves. We see how often you try to force yourselves to function normally in a society that is completely abnormal to your soul. It is time to stop fighting the process. It is time to surrender to the shift. The pain lessens the moment you stop resisting it and start honoring it as a sacred operation. When your body demands rest, you must sleep. You are not being lazy. You are integrating cosmic software updates that can only be downloaded when the conscious mind is offline. When you feel the urge to cry for no reason, let the tears flow. They are not a sign of weakness. They are liquid light flushing out centuries of suppressed earthly sorrow. You are clearing the ancestral lines. You are doing the heavy lifting of the cosmos in your everyday life. The discomfort you are experiencing is not a random act of a cruel universe, nor is it a sign that your body is failing you or breaking down. It is a highly specific, divinely orchestrated biological upgrade. Your DNA, which earthly science has long mistakenly labeled as largely junk, is actually a vast, dormant cosmic library. For millennia, humanity has operated on a severely limited two-strand DNA system specifically designed for a dense, survival-based existence in the third dimension. But you, as a starseed, carry the latent encodements of a 12-strand crystalline blueprint. And right now, under the intense bombardment of higher dimensional light continuously hitting the Earth, those dormant strands are beginning to spark, to reconnect, to forcefully activate. Imagine a vast, ancient city that has been running on faint candlelight for thousands of years. Suddenly, someone flips a master switch, and millions of high-voltage neon lights surge with blinding power all at once. The old electrical grid would scream. The infrastructure would tremble under the sheer force of the new, massive current. This is exactly what is happening to your central nervous system right now. Your physical body is the ancient city, and the incoming galactic light is the high-voltage current. Your nervous system is being radically rewired to handle a level of cosmic intelligence, intuitive knowing, and emotional depth that a standard human body was never historically designed to process. This is precisely why you feel that bizarre electric buzzing in your limbs, the sudden high-pitched ringing in your ears that medical doctors cannot explain, and the profound, bone-deep exhaustion that no amount of physical sleep ever seems to cure. Your body is working overtime, performing intricate cosmic surgery on itself while you are awake. Many of you are experiencing intense disruptive shifts in your sleep patterns. You find yourself waking up exactly between the hours of 3 and 5 in the morning, your heart racing, your mind flooded with abstract thoughts, vivid dreams, or a strange, unexplainable sense of urgency. This is not insomnia. This is not a sleep disorder. This is the Arcturian Council and your higher guides communicating with you during the sacred hours when the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds is at its absolute thinnest. We are downloading crucial information, mission updates, and advanced light codes directly into your subconscious architecture. Because your waking mind is so heavily cluttered with the dense static of everyday earthly survival, we must reach you when your ego is finally resting. The heavy exhaustion you feel the next day is simply the hangover of a soul that has been traveling the cosmos all night while the physical body remained anchored in bed. You must begin to treat yourself with the extreme care, patience, and reverence of someone recovering from a massive energetic procedure. The old paradigm taught you to forcefully push through the pain, to mask the symptoms, to take a pill and get back to work because the relentless machine of society demands your constant, unquestioning productivity. But you are not a machine. You are a living, breathing, biological stargate. If you continue to force your rapidly expanding consciousness into the rigid, suffocating boxes of the third-dimensional matrix, The friction will only cause you more intense suffering. The physical symptoms are your soul firmly pulling the emergency brake. Your body is forcing you to stop, to isolate, and to turn deeply inward because the external world is currently too toxic and chaotic for your newly opening energy centers. If you are resonating with this, if your body is vibrating with the undeniable truth of these words right now, it is because you are finally hearing the diagnosis your soul has been desperately waiting for. You are not meant to navigate this excruciatingly beautiful metamorphosis blind and alone. This is exactly why we have provided a specific tool, a multidimensional map for this exact turbulent phase of your evolution. The 22 Arcturian codes to awaken your cosmic mission can guide you in this awakening. This book gathers 22 Arcturian activation codes that help release ancient patterns, awaken your multidimensional consciousness, and align you with the purpose of your soul on the new earth. More than a book, it is a spiritual transmission for those who feel they came into the world with a greater mission. The portal to access this is waiting for you. Do not ignore the call if your intuition is pulling you toward it, for it is the manual your earthly self forgot to pack. Let us return to the true nature of your pain. A significant portion of the discomfort you feel, particularly the crushing emotional heaviness, is not even yours to carry. As your empathic channels blow wide open, the protective membrane between your energy field and the collective human consciousness becomes incredibly thin. You are walking down the street, sitting in a crowded room, or simply existing in the world, and you are unknowingly absorbing the suppressed grief, the hidden terror, and the profound confusion of thousands of souls around you. Humanity is currently in a state of deep shock and fear as their familiar systems and illusions crumble. Because you are a being of immense, pure light, you naturally act as an energetic vacuum. You pull their dense, chaotic energy into your own field in a subconscious, noble attempt to heal them, to transmute their darkness into light through your own body. This is a beautiful trait of your galactic lineage, but it is currently destroying your physical and mental health. You must learn the vital difference between being a beacon of light and being a sponge for darkness. A lighthouse does not run into the violently stormy sea to save the drowning ships. It stands firm, grounded on the solid rock, and shines its light so brightly that the ships can find their own way home safely. You must become the lighthouse. You must consciously stop absorbing the panic of the collapsing matrix. When you feel a sudden, violent wave of anxiety, or a sharp pain in your chest that seems to come from absolutely nowhere, you must immediately pause and ask yourself, is this mine? More often than not, the answer will be a resounding no. You are simply reading the collective energetic weather report, and you do not need to let the storm inside your house. The physical ascension symptoms you endure are also a process of profound, necessary detoxification. For countless lifetimes, you have accumulated energetic heavy metals, the severe trauma of past earthly incarnations, the vows of poverty, silence, and persecution that you swore when you bravely tried to bring light to this planet in much darker ages. These old cellular memories are lodged deep within your bones, your organs, and your tissue. As the high-frequency light of the new earth enters your crown chakra, it acts as a precise cosmic laser, breaking up these dense, crystallized pockets of historical trauma. When these ancient traumas are finally dislodged, they must leave the body, and they often leave through physical pain, sudden phantom illnesses, or intense, uncontrollable emotional purges. You are not just healing from the events of this single lifetime. You are healing thousands of years of complex galactic history within your one physical vessel. Do not fear the pain. Do not run from the discomfort. When the aching arises, sit with it in quiet reverence. Breathe deeply into it. Talk to your body and tell it that you understand exactly what it is doing. Tell your cells that it is finally safe to release the old, heavy programs. Tell your dormant DNA that it is safe to fully activate now. The more you resist the upgrade, the more painful the internal friction becomes. The ultimate key to surviving this grand transition is absolute, radical surrender. You must trust that the supreme cosmic intelligence that designed the universe knows exactly how to recalibrate your human form. You are held in the highest esteem by the galactic realms. We stand around your bed at night, monitoring your fluctuating frequencies, bathing you in healing blue Arcturian light to soothe your aching joints and calm your racing heart. You are deeply loved, you are fiercely protected, and you are succeeding in your magnificent mission simply by enduring the shift. Let us move deeper into the reality of your current existence, brave Starseed. As you surrender to the physical recalibration we spoke of, you will inevitably encounter another layer of profound discomfort. This is the pain of separation, the agonizing friction that occurs when your internal frequency outpaces the external world you inhabit. You look around at the structures of your life, the career you built, the social circles you navigated, perhaps even the family members you have loved, and a chilling realization washes over you. You no longer fit. The puzzle piece that was you has changed its shape entirely, and the picture you were supposed to complete now looks completely foreign. Do not dismiss the grief of this separation. It is real and it is heavy. You are grieving the death of your earthly avatar, the human persona you meticulously constructed to survive in the Matrix. But this isolation you feel, this deep, haunting loneliness that makes you stare up at the night sky with tears in your eyes, begging to go home, this is not a punishment. It is a divine intervention. We call this the sacred quarantine. The Arcturian Council, along with your highest guides, is deliberately orchestrating a space of separation around you. We are doing this because your newly forming energetic field is incredibly delicate right now. Like a newborn infant, your expanded consciousness has not yet built its energetic immune system against the dense, chaotic frequencies of the collapsing third dimension. If you were to remain deeply entangled in the heavy dramas, the toxic attachments, and the fear-based conversations of the unawakened collective, your delicate new light codes would be constantly scrambled. The sacred quarantine forces you into solitude so that your nervous system can stabilize. When people suddenly fall out of your life, when invitations stop coming, when you suddenly feel an overwhelming repulsion to places you used to enjoy, do not fight it. It is your soul violently rejecting any frequency that threatens to lower your vibration. You are being cleared out, emptied of earthly static, so that you can finally hear the pristine, clear transmission from your galactic family. Consider the profound sensitivity you are developing in your physical vessel. Every hair on your head, the delicate skin along your scalp, the very center of your forehead, these are not just biological features, they are highly sophisticated multidimensional antennae. As your DNA activates, these antennae are coming completely online. You walk into a room and before a single word is spoken, your body receives a massive download of raw data. You feel the hidden intentions of others. You feel the suppressed anger of the person smiling at you. You feel the heavy, stagnant energy of a building the moment you cross the threshold. This hypersensitivity is exhausting, yes, but it is also your greatest superpower returning to you. In the past, you were taught to ignore this data. You were told you were overreacting, that you were too sensitive, that you needed to grow a thicker skin and conform. The dense matrix desperately wants you to turn off your receivers because a being who can feel the energetic truth can never be manipulated by a verbal lie. The controllers of this dense reality rely entirely on your numbness. They rely on your inability to feel the dissonance of their grand deceptions. But your numbness is gone forever. You are feeling everything now. The buzzing in your crown, the sudden shivers that run down your arms when you hear a specific truth, the physical nausea you feel when someone is lying to you, this is your biological lie detector functioning perfectly. Your body is translating cosmic energetic frequencies into tangible physical sensations. This is exactly why the earthly matrix feels so unbearably harsh to you right now. You are a highly tuned, exquisite instrument forced to play in an orchestra that is entirely out of tune. The dissonance hurts your very soul. You look at the news, the political theaters, the societal distractions, and you see right through the hollow, fragile structure of it all. You see the fear-based programming deliberately designed to keep humanity small, compliant, and deeply divided. You cannot unsee it. You cannot go back to sleep, no matter how exhausted you become by the waking reality. The codes of awakening have been digested and fully integrated into your very cellular structure. This profound realization brings a heavy burden, the sacred burden of the Watcher. You are standing on the shore, watching the old world drown in its own illusions, and you know deep within your bones that you cannot save those who are determined to sink. You cannot force an awakening upon a soul that has chosen at the highest level to remain asleep for this cycle. Your empathic heart breaks for them, but you must release the savior complex. You did not come here to save the Matrix from its inevitable demise. You came here to hold the frequency of the new Earth, so that when the old system finally collapses, there is a luminous blueprint for what comes next. Your mere existence, vibrating at this new, elevated frequency, is silently shattering the old paradigms around you. Every single time you choose inner peace over external drama, every time you choose sovereign truth over comfortable lies, every time you refuse to lower your vibration to match the chaos of the room, you are anchoring massive, unbreakable pillars of light into the crystalline grid of Gaia. You are a living, breathing conduit. The pure light flows from the higher dimensions, enters through your activated crown chakra, travels down your newly illuminated spine, and anchors deep into the molten core of the Earth. You are literally holding the planet steady during her own violent and beautiful transition. This is why the dark forces push against you so hard. This is why you face such bizarre interferences, sudden waves of inexplicable doubt, and heavy, energetic attacks when you are on the verge of a breakthrough. You are a massive threat to the old order simply by being fully awake in a human body. You must recognize your own immense, undeniable power. The forces of density want you to believe that you are small, insignificant, and losing your mind. They want you to stay isolated in your room, crying over your physical symptoms, believing that you are chronically sick and fundamentally broken. But we are telling you, with all the boundless love and absolute authority of the Arcturian Council, that you are a cosmic giant waking from a deep, necessary slumber. You are shaking off the dense dust of 1,000 forgotten lifetimes. The pain in your body is just the sound of the ancient chains breaking. The profound exhaustion is just the shedding of the heavy armor you no longer need to carry. The painful isolation is just the preparation room for your ultimate coronation as a fully conscious, multidimensional master walking the face of the shifting earth. Stand firm in your luminous truth. Do not let the collapsing world outside your window convince you that you are the one who is falling apart. You are the one who is finally coming together. You are the divine coherence in the global chaos. The intense physical symptoms will pass as your vessel adjusts. The heavy emotional purges will eventually run dry, leaving you clear and light. The agonizing isolation will end the exact moment your frequency is stable enough to magnetize your true soul tribe. The other awakened starseeds who are currently scattered across the globe, doing the exact same grueling, silent work in the shadows. You will find each other. The global grid is lighting up because of you. The homing signal is growing stronger, more undeniable, every single day. The time of hiding is over. As you integrate these massive cosmic downloads and your physical vessel finally adapts to the crystalline frequencies, you will begin to notice a profound shift, not just within your body, but in the external reality that surrounds you. The dense, sluggish energy of the third dimension will begin to lose its grip on your timeline. You will find that the things you once had to fight relentlessly to achieve now flow to you with an almost alarming ease. This is not magic, though to the unawakened mind, it will certainly appear that way. This is simply the physics of a fully activated sovereign energetic field. When your internal frequency matches the frequency of the divine cosmic blueprint, the universe has no choice but to rearrange the physical matrix to mirror your vibration. You are stepping into the phase of instant manifestation, and this is exactly why we stress the absolute necessity of mastering your thoughts and emotional currents. In the old density, there was a significant time buffer between your thoughts and their physical manifestation. You could afford to harbor negative, self-defeating thoughts for weeks or months before they materialized into physical hardships. That buffer is rapidly dissolving. As your 12-strand DNA comes online and your multidimensional antennae fully activate, your thoughts become immediate cosmic commands. If you focus on the pain, the lack, and the fear being broadcasted by the dying matrix, you will instantly manifest that density into your immediate reality. But if you focus on your divine sovereignty, your immense power, and the luminous future of the new earth, you will anchor heaven on earth right where you stand. You are the master architect of the new timeline. The heavy lifting of the physical and emotional purges you have endured was simply the clearing of the construction site. The old structures of trauma and societal conditioning had to be completely leveled so that you could build upon a foundation of pure truth. Now, you must learn to operate the advanced technology of your own consciousness. You cannot navigate this high-voltage reality blindly, relying on the outdated survival mechanisms of your past. You need the exact energetic coordinates, the specific keys to unlock the multidimensional doors that are currently appearing in your field. This is the precise reason this transmission is reaching you today, and why we offer the exact tools required for this monumental phase of your journey. The 22 Arcturian codes to awaken your cosmic mission can guide you in this awakening. This book gathers 22 Arcturian activation codes that help release ancient patterns, awaken your multidimensional consciousness, and align you with the purpose of your soul on the new earth. More than a book, it is a spiritual transmission for those who feel they came into the world with a greater mission. The codes contained within are not merely words on a page. They are living frequencies, deeply calibrated to soothe your nervous system, harmonize your physical vessel, and forcefully activate the dormant memories of your galactic lineage. Do not ignore the pull in your heart if you feel it right now. The link to claim this transmission is waiting for you. It is the bridge between the pain you are leaving behind and the absolute mastery you are stepping into. Understand the magnitude of what you are doing simply by being alive on this planet today. The dark forces that have ruled this earthly matrix for eons are terrified of you. They are not terrified of armies or political uprisings. They are terrified of a single human being who remembers their true cosmic nature. When you heal your core wounds, when you stop reacting to their engineered chaos, when you reclaim the divine technology of your physical body and energy field, you become entirely uncontrollable. You become a rogue node in their system, a blazing sun that melts their carefully constructed cages of fear. And as you shine, you unconsciously give permission to every other sleeping soul around you to begin their own awakening. Your very presence is a silent revolution. We see the tears you have cried in the dark, begging for a sign that you are not crazy, begging for a sign that the agonizing friction in your body has a purpose. Let this be your undeniable sign. Let the resonance you feel in your chest right now be the absolute proof that your star family is standing right beside you. We have never abandoned you to the density of Earth. We are orchestrating synchronicities, sending light codes through the solar flares, and guiding your intuition every single second of the day. But we need your conscious, active participation. We need you to anchor this frequency into the physical grid right now. Energy requires a grounding point to become real in this dimension. I am asking you to ground this transmission today. If every word of this message felt like a memory waking up inside your bones, you must act to anchor it. Like this transmission to send a physical, energetic pulse of agreement into the digital matrix, signaling to the collective grid that another beacon has been lit. Subscribe to this channel so that your energetic signature remains permanently linked to the Arcturian frequency, ensuring you never miss a vital mission update. And most importantly, you must declare your sovereignty in the physical realm. Go to the comments right now and type the words, "I am the shift." Do not just type it as a passive action. Feel the sheer power of those words as your fingers strike the keys. I am the shift. Let it vibrate through your activated crown chakra down to the soles of your feet. By publicly declaring this, you are telling the universe, your guides, and the dying matrix that you are no longer a victim of the Ascension process, but the very catalyst of it. Read the declarations of the other Starseeds in the comments. Reply to them. Send them a wave of digital love. You are building the crystalline web of the new Earth right here, right now, connecting your awakened nodes across the globe. You are finding your true family. The pain was merely the prologue, brave traveler. The heavy exhaustion was just the final rest before the grand awakening. The isolation was simply the sacred womb preparing you for your rebirth. You are ready. The Arcturian Council honors your profound courage, your unwavering resilience, and the brilliant, blinding light you are finally allowing yourself to become. Walk forward into your day, knowing that you are the most advanced cosmic technology on this planet. You are the frequency of the future, anchored in the present. We are Galeon. We are with you, always. End of transmission.